Today I've got 14 scooters lined up right behind me, from 600 bucks all the way up to 4 grand. Most people buy the wrong one, so I'm gonna walk you down the line, and for each one I will tell you who is it for and the science behind why it works. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which one is yours. Let's go. First up in the lineup, this is the InMotion Climber. This is the one scooter that I hand to people when they say, hey, I just want to try one scooter without going broke. Who is this for? This is for the first timers, people who go to campus and have hills on your campus, short commutes and under 200 pounds. 600 bucks, 35 miles of range, 24 miles an hour. Here's why this 35 miles range is real. The enemy of a scooter isn't the road, it's the air. And air resistance grows insanely fast with speed. Go twice as fast and you're fighting about 8 times the wind. The Climber tops out at a gentle 24, so it's barely fighting the air at all. If you are new, you don't need more scooter. You need this one. The next scooter that we have on the list will be Tavern Space Lite. This is the 3rd floor, no elevator type of electric scooter. So a scooter is always choosing light and nimble or long range and heavy. This Tavern Space Lite picks light on purpose. Who is this for? Apartment riders, transit and scoot. Anyone lifting it daily. Light enough for one hand, folds flat and lives in the closet. eMove Roadrunner SE. Everybody forgets scooters can actually have a seat. Who is this for? This is for cruisers, sit-down riders, casuals around town. This is the simple seat twist go. 20 an hour, 20 miles. A golf cart for your neighborhood. Why is a comfy cruiser capped at 20? Because it's geared for chill. A motor makes heat when it works hard, and the heat is what kills motors. But by keeping the top speed not that high, this one lets the motor loaf along, stay cool and last for years. Not everything has to be a rocket. Some people just want it to be easy. Next in line, we have the eMove Cruiser. If I were to sell one scooter forever, this is the one. This eMove Cruiser V2 comes in 2 versions, a single motor variant and a dual motor variant. Who is this for? The 90% rider, daily commuter, bigger riders, buy it once type of people. 62 miles of range, holds 352 pound rider, rides in the rain. Here's the thing nobody explains about that 352 pound capacity. It's not just will the frame hold. Acceleration is force divided by weight. So a heavier rider on a weaker scooter crawls, and you burn more battery per mile the heavier you are. Next on the line, we have the Tavern Blade Mini Ultra. This is the scooter where you want fast but not 100-pound monster. Who is it for? It's for riders who are leveling up. You want the speed and range but without all the bulk. 43 miles an hour, 40 miles of range, very rare combo. This Blade Mini Ultra has 2 motors, and here's why it matters beyond I just want more power. When you push on the throttle, 2 motors split the job, so each motor works half as hard and makes up half the heat. That means that scooter launches instead of straining as you go, and it holds power longer before it overheats. Speed and portability, you normally pay double for that. Next up, we have the eMove Roadrunner V3. This is the moped your wallet has been waiting for. Who is this for? It's for the comfort seekers. Slightly older and more mature riders. Someone that is looking for long sit-down rides. Comes with a seat, foot packs, 36 miles an hour, rides like a mini motorbike. Why does a seated scooter feel so much more planted at speed? It's the center of gravity. When you sit, your weight drops low and sits between the wheels instead of stack up high. A low centered weight resists tipping. Same reason a race car is low to the ground. So this feels stable and calm at 36 miles an hour, where a stand-up scooter is going to start to feel twitchy. This is motorcycle fun, no gas, no insurance, no DMV. Comes with an optional pedal kit. You can install the pedals on the scooter and make it an e-bike. The Tavern Fighter Mini Pro. Small frame, big boy talk. Don't let the size fool you. Who is this for? This is for riders who want punch off the line in a compact body. Quick off the line, quick up the hills, easy to store. Acceleration is all about torque, and torque comes from how much electrical current the motors can grab the instant you hit go. This little thing pulls nearly 3000 watts at its peak. That's why a small scooter can feel faster than a big one in the first 2 seconds. It's not about top speed, it's about how hard it hits right now. The InMotion RS Jet. This is where budget ends and premium begins. This is for riders who want quality, not just big numbers. 50 miles an hour, built like a tank, finished like a flagship scooter. You feel it the second you touch it. Here's where your extra money actually goes on this scooter. It's not just the speed number, it's the stuff you can't see. Name brand battery cell with in-app safety electronics, brakes that don't fade when they get hot, the rear sealing against rain, IPX6 water resistance rating. Fun fact, the #1 corner cheap scooters always cut is the battery and the safety system. And that's exactly what you see in those scooter fire videos. Especially those bird nest controllers, all the wirings that are not waterproofed. These controllers are all waterproof connectors within the RS Jet. Premium is not just a flex, it's the parts that keep you safe and your environment safe. Cheap scooters look fine in photos. This one feels expensive in your hands because it is. InMotion RS Midnight and Light version. This is for the rider who is sick of charging an electric scooter. This carries a monster battery, which is why it hits 60 miles of range while going fast, and also why it weighs 128 pounds. There's no free lunch. A 100-mile tank has to weigh something. Most people who are riding fast on an electric scooter, you're going to be charging almost every day. This, you charge once a week. We are going on a generational run here. The InMotion RS has been out for 2 to 3 years time, and Voro has been distributing them for the last 2 to 3 years. This is the last few batches of InMotion RS that we'll run through. Then we'll migrate over to the InMotion RS 3.0. Next up, we have the Tavern Fighter Supreme Ultra 2.0. We are in the hyper scooter category. This is for experienced riders who is looking for speed and range. 65 miles per hour, 60 miles of range. Usually you get to only pick one, but for this scooter, it's both. This runs a 72-volt system, and voltage is the secret weapon of fast scooters. This isn't a commuter scooter. This is a weekend that you cannot forget. Tavern Fighter Supreme 7260R 13-inch version 6. This is one of the fastest things on earth that I'm legally allowed to sell you. This is for the adrenaline riders, the collectors, and the experienced riders. This is 75 miles per hour, going from 65 to 75 miles per hour costs a fortune in power. That's exactly why this has dual nominal 2500 watt motors. Most of that power isn't moving you forward, it's just shoving air out of the way. Speed is the most expensive thing you can buy on a scooter. If you have to ask if you're ready for this one, that means you're not, and that's okay. I want to make a quick comparison in terms of size between the Ultra 2.0 versus the 7260R. Just look at the size right here. We are looking at 11-inch tires versus 13-inch tires. Of course, the 13-inch front fender is a lot bigger than the 11-inch front fender. So I'm going to put my palm on the fender, and then this is my hand on the Ultra fender. Just look at the size right here. I'm wearing a US size 12. Look at how my shoes are stacking side by side on the Ultra. Now on the 7260R. The eMove Roadrunner Pro V2. There's so much to say about this scooter that it can be a video by itself. But for now, we'll keep it short. This one confused some people because it looks like a motorcycle, but it's still a seated scooter. And that's exactly why it's special. Now, who is this for? This is for the rider who wants the motorcycle thrills, but electric scooter simplicity. Twist and go. No gears, no chain, no clutch. 60 miles an hour, 75 miles of range with the 72-volt 60 mAh battery. Motorcycle grade DOT brakes, the bridge to a full-size e-moto, but you still do not get the bulk. Now I've saved the beast for the last. 10,000 watts. The Huga Daytona has so many use cases. It's the first dual sport electric scooter that can go on-road and off-road. Now, who is this scooter for? It's for big riders, up to 380 pounds, power addicts, and anyone who wants the most over-engineered scooter on the streets. 70 miles per hour, 380 pounds rider. Every single part on that scooter is borrowed from a motorcycle. This isn't just a scooter that got bigger. It's built like a tank from the ground up. You don't just ride it because it's fast. You ride it because you trust it. Every one of these electric scooter came down to a few handful of key signs. The wind, the weight, the heat, the voltage, and the speed. And that's the secret. Once you start to understand the physics, you stop buying on hype and start buying the right machine for your need. To keep it simple, if you're new to scooter, get the Climber or even the S1F that is live by the time you're seeing this video. You want one scooter forever that does everything, just grab the eMove Cruiser and forget about it. You want to live for speed, Tavern Fighter Supreme or Huga Daytona. You want the fastest electric scooter, Tavern Fighter Supreme series. You want the beast on the street, Huga Daytona. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Give me a quick thumbs up, drop your weight, your heels, your commute in the comment section below. If you are shopping for an electric scooter, I'll be responding to a comment and give you some recommendations on what you should be looking for. If you have more questions, go onto the website, swing by the live chat. We have people there 24/7, and see you on the next video.